What is going on, everybody? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What is going on? Oh, chillier today in the garage. It's a little colder today in the garage there, Billy. What's good? What's good? What's good? Yo, JD, what's going on? What is going on? I've been out to the river lately. The river right now is on fire. Bass are everywhere. All up on the banks right now. They're heavily bank filled, should I say. And in 2 weeks, man, that's gotta be killer. 2 weeks. I struggle when it's 1 week. When I gotta wait 1 week, I'm like, no. This week I ain't going out though. I will not be going this weekend fishing. Bump, bump. Dang, man, it just went from 1 to 4, like in a heartbeat. Just went down.
Hey, Dad.
What's up? Just went 1 to 4. Alan Bears Fishing Adventure, retired Army vet. What is up, Alan? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, sir. Alex Roberts Fishing. What's up? You got Alan Bears. You got Alex. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Yeah. Telling you, Alex, man, you need to be out throwing that frit side right now. You got to be out throwing that frit side. I'm going to come out and show everybody. I'm going to go out on Percy Priest coming up here, and I'm going to throw it out there. And I'm going to make a good video, too. I'm going to make a good video on Percy Priest with just a crankbait. But like everyone keeps asking, I know I need to go out with you. Yeah. One thing that I found out, a frit side crankbait first tournament is this weekend down in Alabama. Dang. Well, good luck. Good luck. I will not be fishing this weekend. I will be snowboarding over at Pigeon Forge. All right. This is my favorite frit side. This is One-Eyed Willie. It broke. All right. This is One-Eyed Willie. As you can see, he don't have an eye. All right. Does not have a square lip anymore. I smashed it off my windshield right here on my boat. I broke it. So this here, you can't see any of the chew marks, but this has been my go-to one, man. One-Eyed Willie. It's crazy how I'm catching more fish with this crankbait right here. Like, it's weird. And I finally broke him. I was very disappointed Monday. I was very disappointed. But it is what it is. But yeah, when you got time, you got to let me know when you're able to come out. Depends. I'm not going to Old Hickory anytime soon. Looks like a lipless. Well, yeah, now. It don't swim like a lipless, dude. It's horrible. It swims horrible. Yeah, like, you can't even see the, where's it at? I can't even hold it back because you can't even see. Little plastic piece. But yeah, it didn't hold up too well coming off the windshield. That was a definite no. But I keep trying to tell everyone I've tried new baits. Someone put me on a different crankbait that I'm not used to throwing, a different company. And if you've seen the past how many videos, like, it's just non-stop catching fish. It is ridiculous. Just what a different crankbait does. I think this frit side's got the tightest wobble out of all the flat sides that I have, like the OG Slim, 6 Sense. anything that I have that's a flat-sided crankbait. That Fritz side is just amazing. But people get in here, I got this to open up. I haven't done a monthly on the channel yet. Of course, everyone knows, I don't know if you've been around long enough in my channels, but all I throw is 6 cents. Would you think that 7 would work? I know you throw the 5 for the most part. I use the 7, and I get a lot of fish on it. But the problem is when you're on the river, it gets stuck. It gets stuck in between the rocks too much because it has such a bigger bill, so it gets stuck in between rocks. I lost too many of those, so I stopped throwing them. I love throwing a 7. I can come out a little further, but then I get, when the water's up, I'm hitting the rocks where I was at when I was throwing the 5. And with that longer bill, it's stuck underneath the rocks, and I can't get it out. So I just stopped using it for the most part. I will use it half the time, but for the most part, I'll just use this one. That's it. I use one bait. I got 3 rods. One has my OG Slim on. One has my Fritz side. What's up, Josh? And the other one has my what you call it on there? My Finesse swim bait head. But I want to see what we got for this month. I got to use my hook to break this open. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to see, because I heard people talking about it, that it wasn't a very exciting one. Not sure why, but I also gravitate towards the 5 more than the 7. See, what I plan on doing is going to Percy Priest and throwing the 7. Because there's not as much current. I don't got to worry about, you know what I mean? There's not as much current. So when I'm around rocks, I at least can try to take my time to get that lure out. You know, if it does get stuck, but a lot of times I'll blow right on by it. So by the time I'm, you know, trying to get my line out. But we're gonna see what this month has in store. So of course we got, since not a lot of action, the green pumpkin prawn. For one, that's coming in this one. If you guys don't know what a 6 cents prawn is, this is a prawn. So, more than likely, since this is in the bag, I know what else is going to be in the bag. Just because I've been getting these all the time. I've been getting them for 2 years now. So, when you get a bag of anything like this in your monthly subscription, there's always a pack of hooks in here somewhere. Always. So, let me dig in here and I will see if I can find a pack of hooks. And I found them. Like I said, we got 4-aught flipping hooks. So you're going to get a set of your 4-aught flipping hooks with these. Which you guys know I don't flip. So these are going to sit on my wall, on my tackle wall. But, all right, we got the Screw Lock Finesse swim jig right here. You guys can see this. This is the 5/16 ounce. So this is a real tiny one. So at the same exact time, I could use my prawn and put that on the back of this. That'll work. I don't know. Every now and then, you know what I mean? Like if I'm tired of cranking or throwing, then I end up flipping, but I don't use jigs much. I'll use a vibrating jig And I use a swim jig. Those are the style jigs I use. But this is a finesse one, which is nice. Ball head, 5/16. I might try this in the ponds right now. I could try this. This is light. So that'll go good with the prawn. So, see what we got here. All right. The newer section, the Duke 65. This is their new line of rattle traps. This is their new ones. Hey, Kingdom Faith Outdoors, what is going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you guys stopping by. This is their new one. You have the Quake. You have all those. This is their new style lipless. This is their fatter style one. So this is a crawl pattern, but it's almost like see-through. So we got a big knocker in here, and we got a couple BBs. This ain't bad. You could use this on a sunny day yet, too. And a cloudy day. I'm actually digging this. This is 5/8 ounce. 5/8 ounce came in this package. So I'm going to put this sucker back in here. So I only have one Duke. I only have one so far. This is my second one. This is my second one of these. That looks interesting. It is because I don't have them, and I'm a huge rattle trap guy. Give me a second. Give me a second here. I will show you. All right. I'm going to bust out some of the 6 cents ones. I'm going to show you right here. Give me a second. Let's tangle a little bit. But this right here is my go-to. All year round. This right here, that is my go-to. Nice. I could bounce this off rocks. It has a loud knocker and has a little BB. All right. This is my go-to. Always. Has a little bit of chartreuse. Dale, what is going on? What is going on? Now, spring, real tight wobble. It's real thin here. This one yet too in the spring. This is more of a tingy one that I got with 6 cents. All right. Now you can see the difference of how this one is. This is, and look at the difference on how thin that is compared to this. Now this one's straight BBs. It's not that loud, but it's straight BBs. So I have a couple crawl patterns that I do use. This one's a little, say, a little tinny. Same exact thing. But then you can go your shad color. I like using this one. I mean, as you can see, I got a bunch. Now, this is the only other one that's a Duke. This is the black and blue that I like using. As you can see, there's grass on it. But I like using a black and blue crawl. Now, this is the Quake Thud. This one's very loud, and it's thin, so it has a real tight wobble. And at the same exact time, just so you guys know, I don't know if you guys can see this on the bottom or read it. You really can't. This is a slow sink. So this sinks very slow. So I could almost use this like a jerk bait. I can just rip it and just stop it, and it just slowly sinks. So I got that one. That's a slow sink. Is this one? Yeah, this is another one of mine. That's a slow sink. This also has that real loud. All right, that's also a slow sync. This is my other Duke that I have that I was telling you about. As you can see the weight that's in here. You can just bomb cast this the way that this is here. There's a little bit of chartreuse on the bottom. It's really hard to see right now. But this is another one of my go-to ones that I like using. And then that was the two that were the slow sync. Now, I got this in grass. All right, this is your bigger. This is your 80 size. All right, real loud. But if you look, no, it's not. You could almost read it. This one is a suspending lipless crankbait. Yes, it suspends. They got a bunch of suspending lipless. So I could be ripping it right around grass, rocks, or whatever and just stop. And exactly like 6 Sense Provoke jerkbait, it just sits. It sits. I love it. I can burn it, like especially in the summer around grass, everything, and then just stop it. And then all of a sudden, a lot of times the fish will just take off with it. So, and then you have this here is my only thud that I have because I lost my other ones. This just has one knocker in it. Really, really silent, and it's real tight wobble too. So, like I was just showing you, that's why when I had the Duke, I'm excited about that one. But back to what I do with this. All right. So we got that one. What else do we got here? We got the 6 Sense Crush Mini 25X. So let's take this sucker out. I have a bunch of these, but I do not have this color. So when they're going after smaller fish, I love throwing these hooks. It's a 25X crankbait there. It's a 5 foot, but it's your tiny one. It's real tiny. The normal ones that you get from 6 Sense are normally 50s, or you can get the bigger ones are the 100. But this one right here is a 25. This is the mini one. And I just stuck myself. These hooks on 6 Sense is ridiculous if you don't know. And it's silent. There's nothing to it. So you're just going to come right on by and there's going to be nothing but a reaction strike on this one. So I'm happy with that one because I don't have that color. I have a bunch on the wall and a bunch in my tackle box. But I do not have that color. These I like throwing a lot when, say, the average person, summertime, when everyone's going after throwing square bill after square bill. I have a tiny silent one. No one's really throwing those. So, as of right now, we got hooks in this one, flipping hooks, 4/0. I got a finesse swim jig and black and blue. I got the 6 Sense Duke, which I like that color. You also got the prawns, which are green pumpkin. I got tons of those. And here is your Crush 50X. And I do not have this shad color either. So this here is your normal size. It has a little bit of purple on the top, but you really can't. Yeah, maybe you can. But really soft. That's why I love their Square bills, it's very, 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 very subtle. Very subtle noise. But I do not have this color here. I do not have shad ball. So that's a positive. So I got 2 crankbaits so far that I do not have, that I will throw this summer. Or actually, I could probably use a shad color now. So those 2 with that one. That's why I always go with their monthly package. And nice, I got a Curve Finesse. Curve Finesse square bill. This is your 1 to 3 foot. It's very wide, but it's a real, the size of this bill is so tiny. It's a very wide bait. It's just a little fat, like a little bug. It's 1 to 3 feet. So you can come up shallow, everything. I love the curves. This one's loud. And I do not have this crawl pattern either. I don't know if you can see the orange. It goes a little bit to the green and then it goes to the brown. But I do not have this. So that is what you get with this month's subscription. I can never complain about. Yeah, it almost looks like a frog. Oh, Dale actually said what's up. Or maybe I missed that. I don't know. What's going on, Dale? But I will always, it really doesn't matter. People like this package of subscription, this one. I'm always going to have 6 cents packages. Always. I'm not going to get rid of that monthly subscription. Depends on where you're at in the country, is the colors that you're going to get. Like as you see around here, where I fish, there is 0 perch. So you get a lot of the guys back up. That would be a great color for the Cumberland and that finesse crankbait. Yeah, but it's 1 to 3 feet. Like you could get other ones. I have a bunch up on the wall. I mean, I have a bunch, period. But a lot of people up north will get this package, but they might have like a perch color. So it depends on where you're at in the country is the colors that you're going to get. Because they get a lot of perch stuff. Well, I don't want anything else to do with perch. Like there is no perch down here. Well, I shouldn't say there's no perch down here. I don't fish lakes that have perch in them, should I say. So it's not going to benefit me of having that color as using that color because the bait fish, you know, they're not going after perch. But I will say I've gotten 1 package that has been a duplicate bait in 2 years. So this is going on my 3rd year. So 25 months, I have got 1 duplicate bait. I have 1 duplicate bait. So, which is actually pretty cool that out of 25 packages that I've got, I've gotten a duplicate once. And just so happened to be the color that I love using. I'm sorry, but like my go-to color, period, down here, whether it's spring, summer, fall, will always be bone color. Bone color, anything. Everything has to be bone color. Like, I'll even go to, I lost my bone colored jerkbait. Here you go, Dale. Check out this one here. This one's going to be for the river. Boom. Check that color out, buddy. Boom. You want that jerkbait. This is a slow sink yet, too. Just like the one that you have. Slow sink. I got some jerkbaits, but I just don't use them. This one here, this one here has caught my biggest fish. This one right here has caught my biggest fish ever, which was 6.25. Then of course, you know you got to have the pearl white. Got to have that pearl white. Then you got to have this red eye, a little bit of purple, a little bit of chartreuse on the side there, a little bit of green. Then you can go with this one, which is a little bit darker. I have that same pearl, and it works good. Then you have this one, a little bit darker. Then you have my other slow sink, and it's got chartreuse on the bottom. As you see, I use my slow sinks more than anything, but I have them. And then, of course, you have your normal shad, but I don't use them. They're sitting here getting stuck to the bottom of my box. But what I was talking about bone, all right? Now we're going to get into fun time. Boom. Now we're getting into the fun time here. This one here has got me bigger strikes than what this one has because I cut the tail. So you have my popping frog by 6 cents. Oh, just in case, you got to have the white frog yet too. And just in case, you have your black one. As you see, there's still grass in here. But I love frogs. But back to what I was saying in a lot of my videos. Of course, my splashback. Bone color. That's my go-to. You have your wake bait. Bone color. This is just a big old wake bait from 6 cents. Then you want to go. Hold on a second. Give me a second. I'm stuck here with this stuff. If I can get this out. There we go. Then you want to go big time for top water. Big old bone. Walk this sucker. This thing is huge. Some big old rattles too. Bone color. And then I got one bait that's sitting here. Whoever wants it, when I see you next, you can have it. Never caught a fish on the Whopper Plopper, dude. Never. Never. I think it stinks. I don't like it. Then, of course, you have the Flow Glider, the smaller one from 6 cents. Then, of course, caught my PB on one of those. Sweet. Whopper Plopper is sweet. Here you go. Here's your keel weighted in the summer bluegill. It fires down, so it swims weedless during the summer. Like it just, the hookup ratio is ridiculous on this thing, but I love it. Real soft plastic. It just, great old boot tail. Then you want some of your other crazier ones that I've caught a lot of fish on. This is also like a little jerk bait. The thing's on the top here. This thing's erratic as everything. And of course you have more top water. Well, right across the wake bait there. And then when I was showing you that before about the popper, you can go to your bigger one there, or you can go to your smaller, which I got black and blue. I always got black and blue, especially for Old Hickory. And then I got one more that's a go-to that I use a lot. A Dogma. This one here is killer. And then, of course, you got your big old major spoons. But I don't use that too much. I don't use those too much. Ugh. But yeah, that's just some of the stuff that I mean, I ain't even going to get into my crankbaits, but I get into my crankbaits, and then you guys all, oh, come on, all know what I like throwing. Then when it starts getting warmer out, I will throw that fluke. I will have that fluke on my boat at all times. Spring, summer, and fall. It does not matter. I will have that title on. Always. It doesn't matter where I'm at, how cold the water is, spring, summer, fall. I have them pearl white. I have them have a little bit of off-white sash see-through. I got bluegill color ones. I got tons of them from 6 Cents, just tons. Like just sitting there over the wall. That is my go-to. Excuse me. And then I'll also use them on the back of a chatterbait too. But you guys know that if you guys have been following the channel, I'm real heavy into a chatterbait. Everyone asks why I don't use jigs. Well, I use jigs, but it is a bladed jig. I got them every size, every color, for every situation that you possibly need to go through. From black and blue to orange to green pumpkin to purple to shad to everything. All your sizes, anything from a quarter to a 3/8 to a half ounce, and I even have an ounce and a quarter. You know, like especially this year, and as you can see, I use this one a lot. Well, I don't know if you can right now, but the color of the head is beat up. This right here is my go-to. Springtime. Green pumpkin, white, and then you have a little bit of red in that. As you see, so you have brown, you have red, you got green pumpkin, you have white. This right here is my go-to. Constantly. In the spring. That is a must-have. That is one that you must have in the spring. I mean, I can go a little darker if you want. Actually, I'm going to go a little lighter. This one's brand new. I didn't even touch this one yet. This is real shiny. But as you can see, the head on this one's bigger. So this is your half ounce. But you got your bluegill. So I got tons and tons and tons. Like, I'm a chatterbait fiend. I will throw a chatterbait over a crankbait. And then you want to go to where I was talking about. Another one that I like using. There's a bunch of grass in this one too. But straight up green pumpkin. And the little Yodo worm. It's an awesome trailer. Awesome trailer. Or we can go big blade. I painted that one a little black because it was too orange. But as you see, I got a flush on this one yet too. That's a 6 Cents flush. but I'm going to need to change that out come this spring. But yeah, there's your big blade. And I have the tiny blade around here somewhere. I don't know where he's at. But I do. Oh, here it is. I lied. Got a real tiny little fluke on this little tiny thing. Look how tiny this thing is. This is their little tiny one. While everyone else is throwing the jackhammer, this, and this, I will come right on behind them. This is a Fluke Junior. That's how tiny this thing is. I will come directly behind you when you're using a jackhammer. I will use this thing. And I'll end up picking up all the fish that you couldn't get. I'll come right on behind you. So, if you guys don't know about them or you ever have any questions, you can always let me know. Especially with this one is another go-to with my gold. I like having a gold blade at times. And then, of course, you have your razor shad behind you with your elastic. So this one has my razor shad, but as you can see, it ain't white. I have a white and just added a little difference to it. Don't always match. That is one thing you don't want to do, is don't always match what you're throwing. You never want to do that. And this is my most beat up one. As you can see, the head on this one's gone. It's just nothing but this is another one. Even the stuff's gone. But another green pumpkin, a little orange, and then, of course, adding the white to it. But that one's a 3/8. My go-to is always going to be a 3/8 ounce. So if people ask, my go-to always is going to be 3/8. I mean, I do have black and blue in here. I don't throw it a lot, but I do have it. I got a lot of stuff that I do not use, per se. Like, I got a lot of what I would say is brand new. Because he was asking, make sure you hit up the like button to help the stream to find new viewers. I appreciate that there. See, I do have a jig. I do have jigs. Not a whole lot, because I'm not a jig guy. But I do have enough to go to all my different. So I got 3/8, and then I got, got your larger ones. So I have all my colors I need: black and blue, green pumpkin. That one's, and then I got swim jigs yet too. So I got a whole nother thing of swim jigs, but I'm not gonna break everything out. But as you can see, I have the stuff. I choose not to use the jigs because I don't have the patience for them. I don't think I fish slow enough for them. I do at times, if I'm on, I'll try different laydowns. Oh, shoot. I forgot to put all my frogs away. I will try logs, this and that, and I will pitch in a couple times. But other than that, I don't use too many. Now, I will use a 3/0 hook with a lizard. I will use that. I will use that one. I won't peg it, though. I'll let the lizard float. You know what I mean? I'll have my weight. I'll have my 3/8 ounce, and I'll throw it. I do have a Carolina rig. I do use a drop shot. But I will throw a wacky rig more than any of that stuff. I will throw a wacky rig when it comes in the summer. I mean, I use spinner baits. I have, I use all your basic stuff that everyone else does. But I just have my go-to things always a moving bait. It's always either going to be if I want to get in around weeds and mats and all that stuff, I'll throw a swim jig. I always throw that. Only reason is if it gets hung up a little bit, I can snap it out of there and you get that reaction strike. So if I fish Percy Priest, if I fish Old Hickory here, if I go to Center Hill, or if I, Center Hill is different because I'll use like a drop shot more. I'll try top water, drop shot, crankbaits. Let me see. The largest one that I have is a DT14. But I have all my Cloud 9s, like my C25, my C15, my C10s, all the 6 Sense ones that get down to 18 to 25 feet. I have the majority of the 6 Sense ones. I have the 250 MD sitting up on the wall that I haven't broken open. What else? They're sitting over there. Oh, a lot of underspins with keel weights. I like throwing a lot of swim baits with keel weights. That's another thing I like to do. But if you notice the pattern, everything's moving. Everything is constantly moving. So that is the gist of it for right now. But yeah, Josh, you weren't here. My go-to Fritz side is now a lipless crankbait. It is gone. One-eyed Willie is gone. So now I get to throw him away. But yeah. Oh, you were there for that one? When I broke that off the windshield? All right. But yeah, it was Josh was out with me Monday. He was out with me for 2 hours. Him and what's you call it? It was him and Craig Presswood were out with me, and Craig was out with me all day. He didn't get one bite. Like I felt bad because I'm sitting here reeling these fish in left and right, and he didn't get a bite. Josh didn't get a bite either. I think I caught like one or maybe two. I caught a couple white bass there where he was at, but the bite didn't get good until probably about 12 o'clock, and then it was just like on one after another after another after another. Like it was just one of those days where it was just like we went down to the bank, turned around, came back up, went back down again. I think I came down that same exact bank four times in a row and caught fish. But the funny part was it was not on the bluff walls. Not one fish was caught by that bluff wall. All my fish. The couple of those 2 to 3 pounder smallmouth, they were all up by brush. It was all up in the bank within probably about 2 feet of water. They're on the opposite side of where I normally would fish. I went down that whole bluff wall, Josh. If you watch, I'm going to actually, I put that little film together, that little 2-minute one. That I put together that little 1-minute film with just the fish catches, just the fish. But I'm actually going to put the whole video together here. I just want to get something out. But I'm going to put that's probably about 30 minutes long. But you'll actually get to see there is, I think, one that was on the right-hand side where any of those rocks are. Everything else was on the left-hand side. The opposite side. So it was weird. Well, not weird. I have caught plenty of fish over on the other side, but the majority, almost all the fish were over there. I could not get a bite on a bluff wall with a crankbait this time. So I went down the bluff wall. Nothing. I said, you know what? We're going to head over to the other side, and we're just going to keep on going down that. And then we got over, started going down. I was just catching them the whole way down. But I noticed when my boat sat anywhere between 7 and 11 feet, we were catching fish coming down the side. So I gave me enough space to where I could cast up here and Craig could cast alongside the boat, but up there in the front too as well. But when my boat actually got to 14 to 18 feet where my boat was sitting, no bites. 0. So I had it marked in here every single time that I ended up getting a bite or a fish. The boat was anywhere between 7 and 11 feet, like nothing. think my deepest one as I just got there was 11 foot. But when that dropped off to around 12, 15, 18, 19 at a time, nothing. He was silently laughing inside. No, I wasn't laughing. Not at all. But yeah. I mean, if any of you guys have your own little preference about subscriptions and all this stuff to get for like fishing, I will highly recommend. I mean, you cancel anytime. Highly recommend. Just, you don't have to get it this month, but next month I will go ahead and subscribe to the 6th Sense, their Super 6 Sack. Highly recommend it. Like 95% of the baits in my boat is all 6th Sense. Like I really don't go out and buy anything 6th Sense. The only time that I will is summertime and spring when I start using my flukes more and they start tearing those apart. You know what I mean? Because they only stay up. You know what I mean? Because you're coming on through it, and then you're going through the lip, and then coming back out the top, and then keeping it weedless. But they start slide up and down your hook, so then you got to get a new one on. That's the only time that I will spend some money on the 6th Sense stuff, because I got so much over here. But I'll definitely recommend it. There's always going to be crankbaits. Summertime comes, they got crazy crankbaits. You can get deep diving crankbaits in there. It just all depends on the time of the year. You'll get jigs. You always get plastic stuff. You'll get shaky head hooks. You'll get drop shot hooks. You'll get weights. I even got 1 month they gave out was a Carolina rig full like setup. So I mean, I have that set up in my pole, which I didn't buy it, but I started throwing the Carolina rig a little more ever since they put those out. So I got that one. You never run out of crankbaits. So you have all your beaver style stuff. You have all your fluke style stuff they have. Your shaky head. If you get shaky heads in there, of course you're gonna have your shaky head worms. What else do they have? You can get it all depends. You might get some Ned rigs. And then if you get the Ned rigs, then you will get their Ned Fry package. So you're gonna have packs of, baits yet too to go along with those hooks. A lot of times they always have hooks. So it all depends the type of the month, what everything's going, and I just love it. Like, you cannot go wrong with that. I still need to repaste the one I lost, possibly. Have to head to Academy or Bass Pro tomorrow. I would definitely recommend, just if you ever looking for Josh to get a subscription, that is definitely one to go after. I know you try other ones, this, and this, but that is one to definitely go after. My son's home, and the wife just came in through the garage door, and the garage door is going back down now. They just came in. I already have too many lures that I don't use. But here's the thing. You will use those 6th Sense lures. Guaranteed. Like, I have those hooks. Flipping hooks. Now, you'll also get some. Matt's Fishing Outdoors. What's going on, Matt? What's going on? Welcome. I already did my unboxing with the 6th Sense Super Sack tonight already. But yeah, Josh, I use all their hooks. Their EWG hooks that they give you when you get the flukes. Make some of my plug knockers, and you won't lose any. Yes, a plug knocker would not have worked on my my Fritz Side 7 Monday. Would not have worked. I had that so wedged in between two rocks. I thought I was gonna just tear up my eyelet on my rod. Like, it was in it. Like, there was nothing that you could do. Yeah, you weren't getting that off. Like, it was in there, and my rock and my line was just through the rocks. Like it was here. My line is in between the rocks, and it's stuck. Like you weren't getting that out. It was not coming out. That was a wrap. I was a little disappointed, but I knew what I was getting into when I was using the 7 there anyway, and with those rocks. But I will say one thing that I have noticed: every major bite or every bite, once the fish but been super sick. That sucks. Every single bite has been on the pause. On the pause. I will stress that. It's maybe Craig said that he was trying to do that, and he said he doesn't understand why he's not catching any fish because he's doing exactly what I am doing. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's what, but everything that I was getting hit on was always on a pause. I'm cranking, bouncing off something and stop. Then I start cranking again, and once I start to crank again, it's just like boom. Excuse me, like a reaction strike. But everything that I got bit was always on it. I had that happen with the Berkeley Money Badger a few times last time I was out. It's always on a pause. Like I don't care what I'm doing. I do it with a chatterbait. I do it with. Stuck myself. I do it with pulse jigs. Know what I mean? I do it with these. I'll go ahead, reel, just pause. This will just sink a little bit, and then I'll just start reeling again. I do the crankbait. But the difference that I like about this one on other crankbaits, this is just like a jerkbait. It just sits there. It has the slowest rise. Like I've watched it in my live active target. I'm watching it come and just sat there, right on by a fish. Just stayed there. And then I start to reel, and then I went down a little bit. And then they came after it. Like it's not like any of my other crankbaits. Like you have your Sixth Sense that'll back up. It'll come back slowly. Then you have like all your balsa ones that are like your OG, like your Rapala. Those suckers just fly back. I think my favorite one around weeds, timber, whatever, in the summertime in the morning is a BX Brat. Those 3-inch suckers on how fat that balsa wood is. Man, that thing just floats back up to the top like nothing. It's just like you just let it go and your lure just came up. That's how fast that sucker flies back up. I like those in the summer because I can just go ahead and just burn that as hard as I can, just smack something and just, I think I'm stuck, just back up a little bit, give it a split second, and just start burning it again. But yeah, this weekend I would be going fishing, but I am going to Pigeon Forge. Pigeon Forge. We are going snowboarding this weekend. So I'm going to take my 42-year-old butt snowboarding. We're going to see how good this goes. Hopefully come back with all my bones intact. I don't have anything broken. We're going to leave it at that. But I used to snowboard all the time back home when I was younger. Because, of course, Pennsylvania snows, so. But I'll probably be back Sunday so then I can get out Monday fishing to see how that is. But I definitely want to get... People have been asking for me to get out on Percy Priest. So I'm going to have to get out on Percy Priest, and, of course, I'm going to have to bust out my... I'm going to bring more than 2 rods with me. I'll bring a finesse one. I'll bring a drop shot. I'm going to bring my 1/4 ounce finesse swim bait head, my pulse lures. I'm going to have that on 2 rods. I'm going to have that on my spinning and my casting. I have them on both. And then, of course, my 2 crankbait rods. And then I'll have my drop shot. So I'll have 5. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Got an errand to run. Thanks for your info and for the unboxing. Good night, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Yes, you're welcome. I will try to start doing that every time that I get these, so you guys, in case you're interested ever, so you guys can see what I get monthly, just to give you guys a heads up, just something else out there. You know, so you don't have to, all right, well, I don't know what to buy. I don't know this. Well, boom. You know, and I'll even go over what I got my last month. I have it sitting right here, which I already used one, but you guys already know. Your Golden Shiner, 3/8, 3.8 inch swim bait. This came in my last month's package. You know, Golden Shiners are great in the winter. And of course, it came with hooks and it came with everything else. But it also came with a swim bait head yet too. But what I'll probably end up doing is I'm still waiting on Kistler rods to stock up before I end up talking to you guys about a rod, because if you go on there, there's a lot that's sold out. So they're clearing some space and trying to do this and that. So I'm waiting on that. And then when I have my drawing, I'm going to throw in some 6 cent stuff. I'll probably throw in that month's subscription yet too in the drawing. So I'm not going to take anything out of that month's subscription. I'll throw that in. A rod, and I'll probably throw in some Pulse. It all depends what I'm going to end up ordering from Pulse Jigs. I don't know. Depends on the time, because they got spinner baits, they got swim jigs, they got regular Pulse jig, they got the finesse swim bait heads, they got a bunch of different stuff. So it all depends. And they got a new bait coming out. They won't tell me. They did tell me that there's a new bait coming out. And they did say that it is Chad Blyler approved. So, if it's Chad Blyler approved, that means it's going to be a decent moving bait. So, I can't wait to see what that is going to be. Because they know that I like vibrating jigs. That's my guess. They have a swim bait. They got a spinner bait. They got their Pulse jig. And so, they don't have a type of vibrating jig. I don't know. It's my guess. I don't know what's coming out with, but they won't tell me. So I'm still waiting on that. Hopefully it'll be out probably by the summer maybe. But I will definitely have one, whatever it is, and I will be trying to throw of it because it's going to be a moving bait. Pulse jig with an underspin. No, I mean, that would be tough, but you really wouldn't want an underspin on a Pulse jig, because a Pulse jig is basically like a chatterbait in a way, because it vibrates. So it goes side to side and it actually vibrates. Like if you look up like the old scroungers that they have, it just vibrates a lot. So it really puts off, you know, a decent vibration. So it's something different and something subtle that I can go ahead on and throw it on my Lew's. Like I have it on my Lew's Mach 1 speed spool. I have that rod. I have that combo, the rod and the reel. But I use that for my Pulse jig on 12-pound test. And I'll actually throw that around weed beds, like in the front. Yeah, I mean, I have their Pulse, well, I have their Mad Array underspins. So I already have them. And I like using their underspins yet too. That's awesome moving bait. And I already said that I like using underspins. The cheapest, best underspin that they have out there in the market, I think, is that little flashy one. The one that has that, that real long wire. Animal Snatcher, I follow you on Fishbrain. Oh, what's going on, buddy, man? Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate you stopping in. But for all those people that weren't here, I'll break it down to you guys again. This came in a 6 cents box today. So you have this is more in Josh's area here. This is the Crush 25X. This is the mini, Josh. This is something this is up your alley. Specifically for Josh. This is Josh's bait. Look at this tiny little crankbait. That's the little 25X. $25. All right. This is their normal. See, this is the one that I normally throw is their 25X. I mean, their 50X. All right. This is a 50. This is their other one I just got today. This is their Shad Burst. This is a 50. And this is their little 25X. Whoops. Of course, I drop it and now I'm stuck. These hooks are so sharp. But if you see this, this is my normal crankbait size, a 50. And this is their little 25. This little tiny guy. This is right up your alley, Josh. And it's silent. And it's silent for you. But yeah, this is the Shad Burst one that I do not have this color. It has the little, I don't know if you guys can see the little red. No, you guys won't be able to. Won't zoom in enough. You guys can't see the red speckles on this though. There's red, shiny red speckles on the top of this crankbait. So I'm pretty excited about that one. But the main thing that I'm excited about is I finally got a new the new Duke that's out. The new Duke series is their new lipless crankbait, which I'm mostly excited about. Is their lipless. So this I will be throwing. I like throwing lipless period, but I only have 2 of their Duke series. But this one looks like it's going to be a go-to whether it's sunny or whether it's not sunny. But it's got a wide head. Very wide. And yet it's see-through in a way. So it's translucent. So you can use them on a sunny day and you could use them on a darker day. It's got 1 knocker in there plus a BB's. So you have your bluegill, but it's brown, like a brownish color. So I have a feeling that this is going to be a go-to bait that you guys will see me throwing quite often. And I'm very excited about this one because I don't have this color. But at the same exact time, when I was talking about this package with 6 cents, when they come out with new baits, when they come out with specific new colors, it all depends on all the new baits, like crankbaits and this stuff that they have. You will always get the first one. Anyone that is subscribed to their Super 6 Sack will get before it's out, before you can buy it on their app. So you will have it first. And they also have exclusive colors just for the subscribers only. So you will have specific colors that no one else is going to have of that crankbait. Just like before, some of my crankbaits that I have, they finally came out with the colors for sale. Now, but here's another one that I have a feeling that we were talking about. This brown will end up going, but it's only 1 to 3 feet. So, and it's very erratic. It says for your favorite river, backwater, pond, or over main lake grass beds is what it's used for. So I might try it in a pond when I do some pond videos when it gets warmer. But I really don't feel like losing it because no my luck I'll end up losing it. But so just so you guys know, that came in there. You had your green pumpkin prawns. I didn't show anyone that new came in. If you guys don't know what a prawn is, this is their 6 cents prawns. So you got a bunch, both sides. Then of course, whenever you see you got soft plastics, you always know it comes with hooks. So Also comes with your flipping hooks, your 4-aught. Of course, for those. And came with their black and blue 5/16 ounce finesse jig yet too. So I'm going to try this on Percy Priest. It's 5/16, so it's very, very light. It's a finesse jig head. And I'm going to throw a prawn on the back. So I will try that. And it's a finesse, so I'm probably going to put that on my... no, I have a finesse one that I could use. But that is what this month's subscription was. Next month I will go over that one too when I get it. They come out on the 15th, in case if you're wondering. They bill you on the 15th, and wherever you're at in the country, that's, you know, they bill you, they get it ready, and then they ship it out. So if you're further north toward New York and all that stuff, it's going to take you a little while to get your package. So if you're further north you are, the longer it's going to take. But just giving you a gist of it. And then, of course, it also comes in your little nifty little sack. Your little satchel. But eventually I will go ahead, I'll say when it gets warmer out and I keep this garage door open, I will go through all the 6 Sense baits I have in my room that are sitting in these bags. That are just sitting in these bags in my room, not even touched. And you'll be surprised at what you get in these. Monthly subscriptions. Now, if anyone is into big swim bait slash, what I would say, glide baits, I will be trying that out come springtime and I'll say summer. I'm going to try to get a different style, but of course, it's moving again. So I will try some different glide baits, some big swim baits, anywhere from 6 inches to 12, which I should be throwing them right now. But I will be trying that coming on when it comes in the winter. That's about the only thing new that I will try. As you've seen, I have not been throwing the A-rig. I've been on the river too much, so I don't throw it. I mean, I'm always beating the bank. People love throwing A-rigs. They're great. They're great deep water stuff, you know. But for the most part, somewhere shallow, I'll throw a drop shot. I'll finesse before I throw an A-rig. Like, I've caught fish on them, but you could throw an A-rig and I will throw a crankbait right on by you. Like, we could be in 20 feet of water and you could throw that A-rig and I will throw a crankbait in the winter right on by you. Like, that's just me. But one thing I did not try this winter yet is what the guys from Tactical Bassin do. That deep water, like just burning a crankbait with like an 8:1 gear ratio. Like, I have a couple Daiwa Tatula like 8:1 that I have for like my jigs and my jerkbait and all that other stuff. But I'm probably gonna try to give that a shot and just see what that does. I mean, it's just having that big of that high speed of reel. That's just a lot of cranking. Like, that puts a lot of pressure. That's why whenever I crank, I don't like using a 7.3 to 1, 7.5 to 1, 7.1 to 1. I choose not to. Like, I have those reels, but summer, spring, wherever, it's always a 6.1 to 1 or 6.3 to 1 is my gear ratio whenever I use a cranking rod. I mean, that's just what I like it. Only reason is because I have a problem slowing down. So why do you keep getting them if they're untouched? Asking for a friend. No, you're not asking for a friend there, lady. Well, for right now, the reason why I have those and I'm not using them, because this little guy right now is the hottest thing in the market right now. Is the hottest thing to be thrown. So out of all my lures that I have in the boat, on the wall, in the bedroom, this little sucker will outfish everything right now. And then in another month or so, this crankbait is going to go back in my box and sit till next year because they're not going to bite it. This red's going to go away. This red is going to go away. And then it's going to go from a tight, wobbling, flat side to an annoying, erratic action of a swim bait or a crankbait that I have all over the place. So you have stuff. I have stuff here, but I have it for every special occasion. I have a crankbait for every application, should I say. Whether it's sunny, whether it's cloudy, whether it's this, whether it's windy, whether it's not windy. I have a color for them all. One of them is going to work. We're just going to, might take all day to find that one, but one of them is going to work. So yeah, a lot of my stuff is sitting right now. Like I could, when I go on the river, I technically only need, well, 2, in case that bird's nest one by accident. Or I end up trying to cast and I end up hooking the window. And I go this way, my lure's stuck right here in the window, and I just blow up my reel. And then I get frustrated. So that's another reason why I need to get a bigger boat. Now, I do love this windshield. Josh will tell you, anybody. Or, yeah, there you go. I hit the water and I blow it up. I love you too, babe. Or I hit the water because I'm with somebody and I'm trying not to go ahead and, get tangled, especially when you got other people with you. But I'll try to cast close. So I'll do that little and just zip it out there. But sometimes I'll have the rod pointing down too much and I'll smack the water and there goes my reel. And it's frustrating, especially when it's the one that you go to reel. Excuse me. But I will let you guys know since I like left-handed reels, Kistler's new Chromium reel, their BFS reel, is not left-handed. They did not make one left-handed. So, I can't give my opinion on that reel. For one, I don't own it. Number 2, they do not make them left-handed yet. But they got a brand new BFS reel out. I think it's $245 right now. They have them on sale. They come out $300, but they're down to $245. It doesn't suit me because I use left-handed ones. So, but I do want to give that one a try. For the simple fact is, I have my SLX DC, which I do like. It's bigger and it's bulky, but I love it. That is on my chatterbait rod. And I have my Daiwa Tatula SVTW103 on my Finesse casting rod, which has my 1/4 ounce swim bait on. That is on my light, medium, heavy rod. And then, of course, I have my other Tatula SV on my regular cranking rod, which is both are 6-3-1 gearish. No, sorry. My first one is 7-3-1. And my crankbait is 6-1-1. And I got tons of CTs, and the 100 HD is sitting up from the garage. And I got a couple more down here. But do I ever go out fishing with the snowman? No, I haven't yet. I have not made a video of it. It's just probably pissing my wife off. She ended up buying me that snowman, and I have not taken him out yet. So that's good that you reminded me about that, because I do need to get him out there. I have to plug him in so that he blows up. But I do need to get him out there, make a video with my buddy. I have not come up with a name yet for him. But I think I might call him Felipe. Felipe the Snowman. I think I might. But yeah, I'm not taking them out there. I might almost want to go ahead and see, because every time that I go out, it's either raining, cloudy, or it's windy. Because I would like to just put him up there in the front, have him up there so he's in the video the whole time, just sitting up there, just hanging out with me. But eventually, when my dog's not a pup anymore, my dog's going to be out with me yet too. So once he's not rowdy and going nuts all the time, I will have my German Shepherd out with me too. But since he's only going to be going on, he's not even 2 yet. So we have some time until he calms down, because anytime that you let him out to go to the bathroom and there's deer outside, dude, he's gone in the woods. You have to sit there, wait, and call him. And, it takes a while for him to come back, but he will chase deer. That's that's his enjoyment. But yeah, Dale, Dale, you're gonna have to come out with me sometime soon to get Josh, or to get a bunch of people. Daniel's been sick. Well, not sick. He had stuff to do. I think Daniel went and got a new GoPro in action style. That new I forget what that new camera is that's supposed to compete and be better than GoPro. But he just went out and bought one. So I'm waiting to see how that works out for him. I suppose he doesn't overheat and everything else. So who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna have to get a bunch of people out. But yeah, Dale, where I caught all those fish in this video that I'm gonna be putting out is on the opposite side, man. Nowhere near the bluff walls. Not one fish was caught over there. You will see in the video, I'm just right down by the trees, the grass, this and that. Zero. I struck out by the bluff walls. I seriously thought the bigger ones were going to be there. I pulled out to deeper water, so I went out to about 14 to 17 feet, throwing crankbaits down there. Nothing. Couldn't even get a bite. So I just went that exact spot, went across to the other bank, and boom, all the way down the bank. They were just sitting over there. So I'll have to give that a shot. Normally that's where I was catching all the spots, but I didn't. But once again, it's okay. I'm used to not liking my gifts. I always love your gifts, babe. I always love your gifts. But anyway, I appreciate everyone stopping in, even the people that haven't been in here in the stream yet. Appreciate you guys stopping in. I'll definitely try to do this a little earlier from now on to make it a little easier for everyone to get in here. I haven't been on the water in over a month. When are you getting your boat, dude? Are you getting that boat? I thought you were getting a boat, Dale. Did that not fall through? But yeah, I will definitely I'll be snowboarding this weekend. So I'll be leaving Friday. So I won't be back till probably about Sunday. Guy got cold feet and backed out. Oh, that sucks. That was a nice boat too. That was definitely a nice boat. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be back Monday or not. I'm not sure, Josh. But if I am, I will definitely let you know. One of these times we're gonna have to get out on Percy Priest, because I have to get out there. I have to make a video on Percy Priest with this lure. I just have to. Yeah, I was pissed. I bet I'd be pissed too. And if you're ready to get a boat and then the guy backs out, I gotta go out just to see if this is just a river bait, or if this is just a right now bait. Doesn't matter where you go, because I did catch these on Old Hickory. The ones I did catch on were on this bait. The bass that I caught the last time, it was Saturday when I was with the wife. So I did catch them on this one. There. Catching them all right now. Goodness. Oh, yeah. This will be great in the spring. It'll be great in the spring, but I'll go with this color, but not this style. This is a flat side. So if that water's getting warmer and it's getting on the warmer side, I'm going to be going to a more of an erratic reaction and more of a nuisance, a loud bait. This is silent. There's nothing to it. I'll be going to like more of a louder one that has more of a wobble, because this is real tight right now. The money badger be then, yeah. You hesitated on that response. I hesitated on what response? What response you talking about? Oh. I did. I said I always love her gifts. I always like her gifts. She always gives me nice gifts. Always. But like I was saying, I want to get out and try that bait right now on Percy Priest, just to see if it's that bait versus other baits, because I caught back-to-back 3-pounders on the OG Slim. That's a flat-sided crankbait. And this is a flat-sided crankbait, but this has a tighter wobble. So I'm thinking I could probably do the same amount of damage on this one as I did with that one. Hope to catch a sauger tomorrow. Well, good luck. I end up catching sauger by accident. If I try to go for a specific species, it doesn't work out. So if I end up catching one, I end up catching one. Got my rig set up like you guys who were catching them this morning. Has them set up. All right, sweet. Well, good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck. I've only caught that one off the dock with you. Oh, yeah, true. That was a nice size one, too. That definitely was a nice size one. But if we're getting some live minnows, I don't end up catching anything. Might have anything grab it. But anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping in. We'll talk to you guys next week. I will try to have that full video tomorrow uploaded by, I'm hoping by 8 o'clock tomorrow. Hope by 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So I'm going to put some time into that tomorrow. But it'll probably be at least a minimum of, I'll say, 20-minute video. Because if you've seen all the fish that I put in that 2-minute video, now you got to add catching them, taking them off the hook, blah, 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 and then me actually casting. I hope I don't break a leg snowboarding. That would suck. But I appreciate everyone stopping in. And Josh, I will get a hold of you guys. I will get a hold of you guys Sunday night when I'm getting back. I don't know if I'm getting back Sunday, Monday, I don't know. But I will let you know. If I am back, then I'll try to get out Monday fishing. If it's not cold and raining. But now if it's just raining, fine. Or if it's just cold, fine. But cold and rain, I'll skip that day. Or I can go to a pond. Try a pond with that little jig right there. I should take the 6th Sense baits and make a video of what they do in that pond. Take that jig, and I'll take a swim jig with me. Try a swim jig, and then take that jig as well. And go to that pond. I might do that sometime soon. Me and you should do a video there again. When it gets warmer, and do a little tournament there at that pond. But anyway, I appreciate everyone stopping by. We'll catch you guys next time. It was great talking to you guys, and I will show you the next 6th Sense Super Sack that I get next month, just to see if you guys were interested. Yeah, the golf course pond. Yes, the golf course pond, sir. Not mine yet, because I'm not going to go ahead and fish my pond yet, because I got to catch some fish and stock it down there, because when it dried up, a lot of them died. So, but anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping in. I will catch you guys next time. You guys have a great night. See you guys.